Okay, dumating na naman po tayo sa ating last part ng ating talakayan. Pero Doc, bago tayo magtapos po, ano po ba yung mga treatment natin or may mga gamot po ba para sa sakit na ito?
Oo, syempre, may gamot talaga. Especially if you were picked up as soon as possible. Katulad nung sa yung infarct or parang may nagbara or blood clot na sinasabi natin kanina. If the doctor sees you within 3 hours from the time na nagkaroon ka ng stroke, may mga gamot tayong pwedeng gamitin, mga clot buster na sinasabi na you can give it to the patient para itanggalin talaga yung blood clot for the blood flow to return to the particular part of the brain. Tapos may mga vitamin din na pwedeng bigay. And of course, gagamutin din nung doktor yung mga risk factors mo, like yung sugar, kokontrolin nila, yung cholesterol mo, blood pressure mo. And then, dun sa other type, yung hemorrhage na sinasabi, may mga gamot tayong pwedeng ibigay para i-control yung pagmamaga
Control
o
the hypertension.
pagtaas ng presyon dun sa utak mo. So, may mga gamot na pwedeng ibigay. And then, kung sobrang laki nung stroke, pwede rin nating i-refer sa isang surgeon or neurosurgeon na nag-oopera ng brain. And buti na lang, meron na tayo dito rin sa Ilocos Sur.
That's good to hear, Doc. Doc, hindi ko lang natanong kanina, additional question lang po. Regarding po dun sa aneurysm na sakit po, may connection po ba dito sa stroke po?
Actually, it's a very, very good question. So, yung aneurysm is a particular kind ng hemorrhagic na stroke. So, pero kakaiba nga lang siya na in the sense that it's not associated with hypertension. Kasi mga nakikita natin usually na stroke dahil sa high blood na mataas ang blood pressure, pumutok yung ugat. Itong aneurysm na to, parang congenital anomaly siya. Oh. You were born with a weak blood vessel. Very, very weak. Parang balloon siya na habang, di ba ang balloon, habang nilalagyan mo ng maraming hangin, unti-unti siya nagiging manipis.
Yeah.
And then eventually,
all of a sudden it bursts.
So, ganun din yung aneurysm. You were born with it, weak yung blood vessel, and eventually, sa dami ng dugo na dumaan doon, nagiging manipis siya. Tapos pumuputok siya when you are in your 40s or when you are in your 50s. Yan yung associated with the very, very severe type of headache. Na biglang sumasakit ang ulo, tapos minsan nawawalan ng malay kaagad.
I see. Okay po. Doon po sa mga nakakaranas ng mga symptoms and signs ng sakit na ito, Doc, no? So ano po yung mga dapat nilang gawin na first nagagawin ng mga nakakaranas nito?
You mean first aid?
Yeah, something.
Walang first aid eh. Just rush yourself, to the hospital emergency room. Kasi kailangan kasi ma-evaluate ka makuha yung history mo, kung ano ba nangyari sa'yo, and then the procedures will follow. So kasi wala namang pwedeng gawin. Like, for example, like blood pressure, kung talagang sobrang taas, may mga gamot na pwedeng ilagay sa ilalim ng dila para medyo bumaba lang yung blood pressure. Pero pinaka-best advice is to, if you suspect yourself of having a stroke, just go to the emergency room right away.
I see. Dr.
Can I ask a question, Elton? Is it sudden, yung left-sided or right-sided weakness? Sudden yun? Well, hindi progressive?
Most of the time, dun sa definition kasi ng stroke, dapat sudden siya eh.
No warning sign.
No warning sign. Mangyayari siya within minutes or within hours or at most mga a few days. Ganun. Ang problema lang kasi sa Filipino, medyo ini-ignore natin ang paralysis eh. Di ba? Baka pasma lang or yung manhid, baka may naipit lang na ugat. Unlike
Hihina
chest
lang.
pain, di ba? O parang sa atin kasi pag masakit ang dibdib, magpapakita ka agad, baka heart attack to.
Exactly.
Oo.
Tsaka yung tingling sensation, is it progressive? Like, let's say it starts from the fingers and then progresses to the arms?
Pwede
It is.
actually. Oo. So, pero ang importante dyan, biglaan siya.
Okay. So, Dr. I have another question.
Yeah, so there's no such thing as outpatient management for stroke.
Of course. So,
Rush
wala
yourself to that.
talagang...
At saka dapat may kasama ka. Kung nag-iisa ka at you suddenly lose consciousness, wala ka na.
So, dapat magpasama ka kasi baka mag-drive ka papuntang ospital, di ba?
Doon ka na pala.
Paralyzed ka na, mabangga ka
Wala
pa.
atake.
So, maoperahan ka not because of the stroke but because of the vehicular accident.
Talaga. Okay.
Other injuries.
Yes, Doc. Meron pa tayong additional questions for Dr. Ong?
What about snoring? Is it linked to stroke?
It's not really one of those
Patay na naman ako
proven
dito.
na to be associated directly with a stroke. Pero may mga study na nagsasabi na yung people who snore,
Snore.
may obstructive sleep apnea, so they are actually more prone to develop a stroke. Kasi nagbabara di ba? Pag natutulog sila nagbabara, nagkukulang ng oxygen dun sa
Oxygen.
brain nila.
So, infarct.
Yeah, in a
yun.
patient who's
Hindi bleed.
predisposed na maliliit na yung mga ugat nila. So, pwedeng mag-lead eventually
It's
into
linked,
so
but-
it's linked.
Okay.
Hindi siya yung talagang proven na
It's not,
modifiable risk factors, but there's a relationship between snoring and
So
stroke.
anong gagawin dapat pag nag-snore ka?
Most people kasi
Pakinggan mo to.
who snore are medyo malataba eh. So, weight loss is very, very important. Oh, magpapayat ka.
Pero may mga payat din na nag-snore din, Doc.
Baka may mga congenital or anatomical defects sila dito sa lalamunan.
Saka pag pagod
Go and
ka, di ba? Sarap matulog, you snore.
Yeah, even
Nag-snore ka rin?
hindi ko alam, Doc, pero sabi nila. Pero
Paano niya
cute daw eh.
malalaman kung ano?
Cute na snore.
Cute daw ako mag-snore. Yung konti lang, konting-konti lang siya. But anyway, sabi kasi nila before, Doc, parang may narinig ako na pag nag-snore ang isang tao, yun nga, parang may sakit daw sa puso.
Necessarily. But there are a lot of reasons for snoring. Eh. So,
1 million na naman
oo,
yan.
ang dami-daming dahilan pwedeng may anatomical defect dito or masyado kang mataba or ano. Pero, so, kung hindi ka comfortable with your snoring, have yourself evaluated para malaman kung anong reason behind it.
Can we avoid?
Kanino, doktor? Kanino
May
sila
mga
magpapatingin?
sleep medicine
Disorders.
experts, sleep disorder experts na
Experts.
ngayon.
Yung mga sleep clinics na,
Pulmonologist,
di ba?
sleep clinic. Sa Manila marami nun eh. Pero
Neurologist
sa-
din sila or pulmonologist?
iba-iba.
Or
It's-
head and neck?
parang ano siya eh, team approach consisting of may mga neuro, may pulmonologist, cardiologist, ENT, headache. So, multi-specialty siya, multidisciplinary.
So,
Not
pag may-
necessarily surgical.
Not necessarily surgery.
Okay, so pag may nag-snore na katabi mo, halimbawa, Doc, ano dapat natin gawin? Gigisingin talaga natin.
Oh, gisingin mo na lang.
Sampalin mo. Alright, so natapos na ang ating talakayan about stroke and sana marami tayong mga natutunan mula sa ating mga resident doctors. Siyempre, it's such a privilege talaga kasi ang dami-dami kong nalaman and it's a good thing for me na maging part ng programa na ito because maraming mga dapat gawin talaga at mga signs and recommendations. So bago po tayo magtapos, baka may gusto po kayong mga batiin ng mga friends nyo and even your family. Let's start with Dr. Rivas.
I would like to thank Rachel Fernandez of PhilPlans who made this thing possible for us.
Si Miss Rachel Fernandez. Your family, sir.
Yeah, wala. Yeah, it's been a problem already sa bahay namin kasi vegan satellite kami.
Oh.
Now we would want to,
Wala
want
silang
to-
Core TV.
Yes, we don't
Ako lang.
have Core
Kailangan
TV.
magpa-connect na kayo
oo,
ng Core TV.
Kaya magpapakonnect na rin siguro kami ng Core TV.
That's
I
good
mean, ng,
news.
Eagle Vision para we can watch Cure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doc. And Dr. Blandina.
Again, I want to greet Ilocos Sur Medical Society and of course Rachel of PhilPlans.
Family.
Wala rin. And they don't know that I'm here.
Urgent lang talaga. Special someone, Doc. Grabe, ang ganda mong yung Doctora is available talaga. O, di ba? Parang nanawagan. But anyway, thanks Dr. Azares and of course ang ating neurologist, Dr. Ong.
Wala akong babatiin kasi they're all in Manila. So, hindi naman tayo umabot sa Manila. Hopefully
Malay mo, Doc,
soon, di ba?
Sa YouTube. Napapanood tayo sa
napapan-
YouTube. Saan po nila kayo matatagpuan mga ma'am and sir? Just in case they need your services.
I'm at St. James from 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock in the afternoon daily except Saturdays and Sundays unless emergency.
So pwede rin po.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, Doc. What about Dr. Blandina?
From Monday to Fridays, I'm at Gabriela Silang. And that's in the morning, 9 to 12 in the morning. And in the afternoon, I'm at my clinic at home, 3 to 5. And I'm on call at St. James Hospital. And every Tuesdays, I'm at Polyclinic.
Thank you, Doctora. And
Ako, weekdays, morning, St. James, in the afternoon sa Metro Vegan.
kaya pala, Doc, lagi kita nakikita nagja-jogging at nagji-gym kasi talagang nakakatulong yun sa ating katawan to prevent stroke talaga. No?
The best ano pa rin for stroke is prevention.
Prevent.
Live a healthy lifestyle.
Exactly. Yan, magiging sasama na rin kami sa iyong pagdadya. Anyway, thank you so much, doctors, Dr. Rivas, Dr. Suarez, and Dr. Ong for this wonderful episode. All right, and before we end the show, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank the following sponsors who made this show a possible one. To Marcia's Delicacies, Ma'am Marcia Chua, Ihawan sa Kawayan, to Ate Gina and Kuya Richard, of course. To Sir Cardo and Ma'am Gina, to Tinay's Emporium, Anatomy's Fitness Gym, Mirna Karobin of Israel, and of course, H.A. Sales Marketing. Thank you so much. And hi to my mom for watching, and sa mga family ko, hello. And sa lahat ng mga televiewers ng Cure po. And that's it for today. Abangan po ang susunod na episode ni Dr. Rivas, Dr. Ong, and Dr. Suarez dito sa programang Tumatalakay sa ating kalusugan. This is Cure.